guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, today I have another sneak peek for you from the July to December mini catalog, and it actually starts tomorrow, August 3rd, 2021. So you've got only one day if you're watching this as soon as this video goes live to get all these new products. Now, I am also featuring some designer series paper that is on sale for 15% off, but today, August 2nd, is the last day to get it. So you might want to place your order today, not wait for the new catalog. That way you can get this wonderful designer series paper, and there are 8 other packs that are 15% off also. Just click on that designer series paper sale link I've got below in the video description. You can see everything that's on sale. And I'm going to show you a new way to use some of your paper scraps. I'm sure if you're like me, you have a ton of paper scraps. So this is a neat way to be able to show both designs on a sheet and use up your scraps. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll show you the bundle and the designer series paper here in just a minute. And if you want to make the card with me and you've got the products already, just click on the blog post link in the video description. There you'll find the supply list and the dimensions for the cardstock and stuff to make this card. And if you haven't been able to order from the new mini yet, then you can place your order, like I said, on August 3rd to get those new products, and then come back and make it with me once you've got them. So let's go and get started. Okay, first I'm going to show you the designer series paper. It's called Tidings of Christmas, and you want to make sure you get this. The 15% off is a good deal. So I think it's $9.78 if I'm remembering right, and it's $11.50 after the sale's over. So you get, it's a 6x6 pack, 48 sheets. It's 6 different double-sided designs, and you get 8 of each. So you've got this pretty one here, and there's the other side to that. I'll get a little closer so you can see it a little better. There we go. Then we've got this one with this side. It's a really pretty paper. Let's see, it's got Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, Evening Evergreen, Whisper White. I think that might be all of them. I might probably, and Soft Succulent, I think it's a lighter green. And we've got this one here. And this is the one I'm actually using in the on the card. And we've got this one here. Oh, actually, let's do this way. There we go. Those look more like trees that way. Then the stripe. Then we've got this one and this one. So it's a really pretty Christmas pack. I like it a lot. So make sure you get that today if you want to get that 15% off. Now I'll show you the bundle. And the neat thing with this bundle is it comes with a stamp set, Merriest Moments, the die set, which is called Merriest Frames dies. And then it also comes with this embossing folder, which is the Merriest Frames embossing folder. Now the neat thing with this is one of those hybrid folders that we've got. We've got another one. It's called In Bloom, I think, in the annual catalog. I'll put that down at the bottom if I got that wrong. But you can put a die in there, and I'll also put a link up at the top right corner or down in my video description. I have a card I used with another hybrid folder, that In Bloom set I just told you about. But the way this works, the Stampin' Up! Emblem is where the die goes. So you grab this one, and it locks into place. You want that blade to be facing up, and it locks into place. I'm moving it around, and it's not wanting to go anywhere. It stays nice and locked. Then you put your cardstock in, run it through your die cutting machine, and then it's going to die cut and emboss at the same time. Pretty cool. Like I said, I've got a link to that card that I did another hybrid folder with, so you can see how they work. But I didn't use it on this one because I wanted to show off that designer series paper. And then we've got these beautiful dies too. So if you purchase all of this together as a bundle, you save 15%. Now you could buy things separately, I do believe, but you want to get that bundle and save that 15%. Okay, let's get started with the card. Okay, first off, let me show you how to do that designer series paper trick I was telling you about. Okay, so we've got our paper trimmer out. I'm only going to do 2 of these. I've already done the others. I thought 2 would probably be plenty. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. So this is that 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 piece. You're going to lay this here. You want the top left corner and the bottom right corner to line up at first, and then just gently kind of twist it to the left so the groove is about in the same spot here and up here, close to the corner, but not right at the corner anymore. Then you slowly bring this down, take your cutter blade, and bring it up like that. And then you are going to flip this one over like this, because you want to keep that wide one up here, because you want wide ends on the top and bottom. And that's how it's going to go on your card. So I'll do one more real quick. So we're going to do this, top left corner, and always make sure you do the same side on the top for all of them. Like this one, I started it off doing it with the printed side, the colorful side. Don't do the next one with the green. You always want to have the same design facing up. So we're going to line up those corners again, then just move it to the left a little bit, and the bottom to the right, I guess you should say. It's almost like twisting it. Lay this down nice and easy. Hold that down, cut. And then this one is going to get flipped over like this. So do that with all 5 sheets, and then we'll put these on the card. Okay, I've got all the strips back together. Always, I forgot to say this in the beginning. I'll go ahead and put that at the bottom so you realize. Make sure you keep these all paired up as you cut them, because that makes it a lot easier when you put the card together. So you grab a piece of basic white, and it is a 3 by 2 1/4 inch piece. And what we're going to be doing, this far left one is going to go right up against the edge. So I'm going to grab, this is a little narrow here at the top, so I'm going to grab my silicone mat. You could use liquid glue, the multipurpose glue if you want to. I'm going to use my seal. Just put a little piece right here at the top. And then a couple little strips here. And just remember, since I've got the wide one on the top, I want to make sure the wide one's on the bottom here. And then you're going to line it up like so. Make sure you get that left straight edge with the left edge of the white. We've got that one ready to go. And then let's do the very far one over here. So this one we're going to turn over. So this one's actually going to be green, the green side. Do it just like we did before. I'm going to look at this one. See, I almost put that on backwards. Just look at the one you're paired with. The wide end is here on the bottom, so you want the wide end on the top on this side. Very important. Put this on. Okay. And now I'm going to start just laying them down before I attach them. So this one's going to go here. Just go down like this, because when you don't want to start putting them down just yet, because you don't know how wide you want to have the white centers, the border there. I mean, how far apart you want them to be. There we go. Have you ever started talking and then you forgot where you were going with it? Okay, so we're going to get all of these on here. And I'm glad I did one of these before I started the video, because this is going a lot smoother than it did the first time. I hadn't done one like this before, and I had it all messed up. So I'm giving you all the tricks I learned as I was doing it. Just so they're kind of close. They don't have to be perfect, because like I said, we didn't even measure things perfect. It just gives a really neat design. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to slowly take this one up, and if they move a little bit, it's okay. I kind of can tell how far I want them apart. So this is my green one, so make sure I put the glue on the print side. We want the wide on top since the wide's on the bottom on the left one. And get those straight ends. Make sure the straight ends are lined up with the edge. Okay. Now we're going to grab this one. I'll put this one on, and then I'll speed up the video so you can see me just do them in fast motion. So do this. Okay, the small one, the wide one is here, so have them be on opposite ends. There we go. And the neat thing with the seal, if I don't have them right where I want it, I can lift it back up again the first 10 minutes and move it. So there we go. So now I'm going to finish this up. Okay, now I've got them all on there. Isn't that cool? I love that. So let's go ahead and put this on the base of the card. Let's grab our evening evergreen, and this is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece. Line those corners up and get your bone folder. And then we want to grab a piece of cherry cobbler. It is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. And this is going to go right here in the center. So let's go ahead and put this on first. Grab my seal. Put some in each corner. I'm going to get a longer strip there. And along the long edge here. And I kind of liked this being on the left. It really doesn't matter. It looks just fine that way too. But for some reason, I liked it better this way. But you do whichever way you want. Okay. Then we're going to turn this over and put this on the card base. And put this on here. And we've got a neat background for our poinsettias. Isn't that cool? I really like that. So that's how you can use up some little 3/4 inch strip paper strips. So let's go ahead and do some stamping. Okay, I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat out since this is a photopolymer stamp set. Let's grab the Cherry Cobbler ink pad. And I'm going to stamp the large poinsettia right here on the left. That down a few seconds. Then we're going to do 2 of the smaller poinsettia. I made this extra long because that way I can kind of space these out a little bit, and then I might be able to get it through the die cutting machine less times. Okay, now we're going to do some leaves. And there are 2 different size leaves that look like this. There are a bunch of different leaves in this set, but these are the 2 I used. I think there's even a smaller one than this. So I'm going to take my Evening Evergreen. Love this green color. This is one of the new in colors. I'm going to do 2 large leaves. And then I'm going to do 2 of the smaller leaf. Like so. I've got plenty of room. I had more room to do more stuff, but I'm not going to worry about it. That's all I need. We do need to stamp some centers on here. Normally I would do yellow, but since there's Sahara sand in the card, I thought we'll stick with the colors. I'm sorry, in the Designer Series paper. Stick with the colors in the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to stamp this here in the middle. The middle here. And one right there. Oops, let's go up a little bit. I'm at an angle. I should have stood up. There we go. So that makes it easy. You can go ahead and stamp again to fill it in, and it looks just fine. So we've got that ready to go. Then we need to grab another piece of basic white. This one is, you can do a scrap, but this one is a 3" by 2 1/4. And I'm going to be die cutting this. So let's go ahead and die cut this first. I forgot. It does help to die cut this one before you stamp, because we're going to not center our greeting. We're going to kind of put it in the top right corner. So I'll get my die cutting machine out and we'll get this card die cut. Okay, we're going to need the 2 poinsettia dies here. These 2 larger leaves. And yes, there is a smaller leaf right there. I knew there was. And then from the other sheet, I'm going to be grabbing this rectangle right here. So those are all the dies we need. So let's go ahead and grab the large one. Now I'm going to look at this because see how the petals are all totally different. This one looks like it's got a little hump and a little fatter, and that one kind of does that too. So let's see. I think those are the 2 that go together. Yes, it is. So just find a distinctive petal that looks like it matches up, and that usually makes it work. Not always. Sometimes I have to guess again, but let's see. This one looks kind of thin and angled. Let's see. Let's try this one. I don't know if that's it. I may be wrong on that one. Yes, I am wrong on that one. Let's try this. I was close. There we go. So we've got those ready to go. And I don't think I'm going to do a leaf because that's too far down. I'm afraid I'm going to lose. Yeah, we're not going to worry about doing that right now. So I'm going to put this down nice and easy. Okay. And run it through. So we've got these 2 poinsettias done. We're done with the big poinsettia die. Now we're going to put this little guy here again. There we go. There, that's the one I think is easier. This one's thin and narrow, and that one's thin and narrow and straight. So that kind of helped me get it put down right again. Then we'll grab those leaves and put my dies in here. Die cuts in here, I mean. Here's the bigger leaf. These are a little easier to tell which way they go. But if you get it wrong the first time, the second time you're definitely going to get it right. Pretty easy. There we go. So we've got both sizes there. I'm going to bring this out just a little bit because what I want to do is lay this down flat again, then bring the rest of it down slowly so the dies don't move on me. Get those through, and we need to go through just one more time. Hold on to these. We're done with all the poinsettias. Get all our die cuts in the little dish here. Now, bring this back over. And I'm going to grab that little white piece that we had a minute ago. We'll get both of these leaves lined up. That one I did the wrong way. There we go. There are only 2 ways to do it, so there's a 50-50 chance with the leaves. Okay, get this one here. Thought I did that one wrong there for a second. Then we're going to grab this rectangle and put it here. And it does work better if you've got, I don't have a lot of room to do this, but if you put this in at an angle, so one of the corners goes in first, it makes it a lot easier on machine. Move these over a little bit. And it die cuts a little better too. Doesn't do all that crunching. It won't hurt your dies either. So we can slowly put this down. Run this through. Oh, looks like one of my leaf dies moved, but it'll be okay. That's one thing with leaves. Oh, didn't do too bad. I can hide this end and it'll be just fine. And here's our stitched rectangle. Stitching, love stitching. Okay, we are all done die cutting. Get my dies over here before I lose those. And now we'll finish this card. Okay, let's go ahead and finish all the stamping we need to do. We're going to grab that rectangle that we just did. And you want to grab the stamp that says A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours, and your Evening Evergreen ink pad. And we are going to stamp this on the top right corner, just like this. And there we go. So we've got that ready to go. And we've got one last thing to stamp. Grab that last piece of basic white. This is a 5 1/4 by 4. This is the inside of our card. And we'll grab that cherry cobbler again and the biggest poinsettia. And put this right here in the corner. Then I'm going to grab the big leaf. And we're going to stamp it 2 times with the Evening Evergreen. That, and that's why I'm having a scrap paper here because I am going off the paper a little bit, but that's fine with me. And then we're going to do the center quick. Let's, we're done with the Evening Evergreen, so definitely close that up. Grab this a hair of sand again, and our little center. There we go. And there is a greeting with this that I thought went perfectly with the front. This is thinking of you this festive season. So grab the cherry cobbler, ink this up, and then we're going to stamp this up here top center. There we go. I love it when we have a stamp set that has a greeting for the outside and the inside. So now you don't have to write all those down. You just write your name and you're ready to go, especially when you're mass producing Christmas cards. So let's go ahead and put this inside the card. Get the adhesive in the corners here. Grab that card base again. And this will go right here in the center. So if you like traditional Christmas cards, this is a great set to have. And I can't wait to use that embossing folder I showed you at the beginning of the video with the die. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, now we'll grab our rectangle. Oops, almost lost where I put it. And we'll put this down on the card. I'm going to go ahead and go clear across those short ends and just put little ones on the long end. And it's going to go here in the bottom right corner, like so, a little higher up and a little over to the right a little more. Because we want it, well, let's actually let this up a little bit more than that. On mine, I went a little too far down, and I had a little trouble getting my flowers on there. So there we go. Now let's grab my silicone mat again. Grab your little poinsettias. Oops, I'm flipping cards everywhere. And your 2 small leaves. Okay. Now, I think it's easier. You can use a glue dot too if you want to. But I'm just going to, I want to kind of put it in between some petals. So I'm going to actually put some adhesive on here. The first time I did it on my leaf. And I thought, oh, that was dumb, Christy, because thankfully I didn't, but you could get adhesive too far up on your leaf and it'll be showing. So if we put it on the back of the poinsettia, you don't have to worry about that. And that's going to hit right where I put that. Oh, I put it on the wrong. Knew I'd do that. There we go. So that one's ready to go. We'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to put some adhesive here. Oops, getting near the end of this one. I think I'm going to have enough for the card. There's the adhesive, so this is the petal I want to do. And put that right here. So we've got these 2 ready to go. Now this one, I'm going to put on with dimensionals. So let's go ahead and grab our dimensionals. And I'm only going to do 2. I don't want this rocking back and forth. So that's why I didn't do 1. But if you put 2 here next to each other, that's going to stabilize it pretty good. Then we'll take the paper backings off, like so. And what I'm going to do, I know I'm going to put leaves in the bottom corners here. So I kind of want these going this way. So they're kind of out of the way because I'm going to put a leaf here and a leaf over here. So I'm going to put it right here. Make sure that you don't cover up your words. So that's pretty good. Then I'm going to grab these big leaves. And I'm going to lay it. I'm not going to press it down just yet because I want to make sure this is where I want to put them. If you do, that's okay because you're going to be able to go back and take it off if you need to. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this so it's not... Oh, no, that looks pretty good. I might ankle this one up a little bit. There we go. So put those on because you don't want that leaf to go past the edge. I've got it right on the edge so it'll be fine in the envelope. Then we'll grab these. I'm going to make sure I put adhesive there on the leaf also. And it's going to go about like this. So kind of stick it under there. I want my leaf to be up like that, going almost straight up. We'll do the same here. Make sure I get adhesive on that leaf. Get that wheeled up again. There we go. And across the poinsettia. Kind of stick that underneath this one. Make sure you don't cover up your words. There we go. So now we've got the front all done. Isn't that pretty? I really like this. This is probably my first real Christmas card. I like this one a lot. And then we've got the inside all done. So I hope you enjoyed this card and a way to use your paper scraps. And if you'd like to stamp with me again, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and then click on that bell icon that will pop up and select all that. You'll get notified by YouTube whenever I upload a video. Now, if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And I'd love to mail your first catalogs to you for free. And let me grab those. We've got the annual catalog, the July to December mini catalog, which I said starts tomorrow, and Celebration, which I did not mention. If you're new to Stampin' Up, there are products in here. If you place a $50 order before shipping and tax, you can pick something out of here for free. And there are also 2 items that are a little bigger. Those you have to spend $100 before shipping and tax, and you can pick it for free. And there's also deals on if you sign up to be on my team, just a lot of neat things during Celebration, and that's in August and September. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing little special things on my Facebook page. And if you look down below in my video description, you can click on that to go to my Facebook page. I'll be doing lives, popping up some videos and a lot of neat information about the new catalogs. And I'll be doing that. I'm not sure how long, at least a week, maybe even a little longer than that, because there's a lot to cover. This is a great mini catalog. I love it a lot. So make sure you check out my Facebook page too and follow it. That way you'll get notified when I put stuff up there so you don't miss anything there also. Okay, let's show you the card one more time. Hope you had fun making this card. And to support my channel, if you could comment or give me a thumbs up, I'd really do appreciate it. I love hearing from you too. I love interacting with everybody. I feel like I get to know you that way.